Later tonight, a November snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Minnesota Vikings. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Cousins looking to put it up right away. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. This defense for the Cowboys, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receiver.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. Everyone see this offense try to spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
The kick by Maher is good, and the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Nwangwu now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. The first time out, they had the interception. That stopped their drive 3 points the other way, so now they work from behind.
They do, but he's got to walk out on the field like he's working from ahead. All right, he's got to walk out like, hey, I just threw a touchdown pass because all eyes on his team are on him. They gain their confidence from the way he reacts, his demeanor, and how he plays. He's got to show that he has confidence in himself.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 3rd down, Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. And, CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Cousins gives way to Cook. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On play action, Cousins. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson, and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
They'll come out in the pistol. Play action now. Cousins. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. T.J. Hockenson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Their own 28-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you get a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, The gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
A gain of 36 yards. First down, Cowboys.
Prescott off play action. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Albert O, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are able to move back in front. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Vikings take over first down 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more... And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 81 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Joseph connects on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff now as they will send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted. 4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On their own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're ready today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. They run the counter with Cook, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. No big surprise, Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Play fake, Cousins. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. DeMarcus Lawrence, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Cousins. He's going to get this one down to Cook, and he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. The Vikings at 1-8 now on the year, and they come in just an absolute free-fall. Losers now, Charles, of 7 in a row.
And I think this is where, in a locker room, a lot of the team looks to...
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. He's at the 40, 20. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. 2nd and 5 from the 8. Prescott forced out to his left, and that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott, and the Cowboys have yet again retaken the lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good, and it's now 17-14. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. First down, here's the run with Cook. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Cousins now to throw on first down. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Back to the ground, Cook. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That stop for a loss made by Damone Clark from his linebacker spot. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now Cousins. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. Third and long for Cousins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. Tough. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. How about that for a little jolt right before intermission?
Talk about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half to carry that with them. It's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mo.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Prescott buying time to his left. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Nwonger now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On 2nd and 10, Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. On a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick six, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
Nwonger now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
They're on the 17-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
To throw again on second down. Cousins. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Throwing, Cousins. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now Cousins. Flush to his right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
A second down throw for Prescott. He'll find Schwartz complete right side. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Third and short yardage, Prescott. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Prescott to throw it. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. On play action, Prescott. Out to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He had 1 touchdown earlier, nearly a 2nd one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
Throwing, Prescott. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On 2nd down, Elliott. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on 2nd down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
They've thrown for 3 touchdown passes. Now here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so, but ordinarily, 2nd down is when you run.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Nwonger now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 3rd down, Cousins. The quick throw finds T.J. Hockenson. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. They're going back to the same well. It's Hockenson again. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
That's another Vikings 1st down.
Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
A gain of 21 more yards. That's another.
Again, it's Cousins.
1st down.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. But Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there. Play action now, Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Draw play, Elliott. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it, but a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch, dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Collins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Nico Collins with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Nwonger now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to get this down about the 37. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Throwing is Cousins. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. They'll get it inside the 20, and they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Here's Cousins. The quick slant caught. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Complete to Justin Jefferson. Pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Cousins now. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings get a bit closer.
Joseph on 40 extra points.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. We'll see a return here from the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. There he goes, left side. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Marr on for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Next to score, Cowboys 52, Vikings 27.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
First down. Here's Cousins. Got the connection here to Bourne. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 17-yard line.
To throw is Cousins. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here third and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Micah Parsons drops him again for the second straight play, and it brings up fourth down. And here's Ryan Wright now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking it about the 36. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Give them 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Dallas.
Here's Pollard again, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Making the stop there, Daniil Hunter.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. And their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. The kick by Marr is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. From the gun, here's Cousins. And now here is another interception. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
4 yards on the pickup.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's third down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott.
And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
They'll run left with Pollard. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Marr now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And this team continues to stake its claim as Super Bowl favorites. They are now eyeing an 8th straight win as they begin this drive here in the fourth quarter.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry.
He was brought down by Emerson Griffin. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and
a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this